Everybody in this room has the exact same superpower hiding inside of them. Maybe some of you have already started to discover it, but many of you could be sat there thinking, I can never have this in a million years. It's a superpower that can help you get a date with somebody that you fancy. It can help you convince people to do things that you want them to do. It can help you get a job. It can even help you get promoted later on. Public speaking, the ability to stand up in front of people and speak with confidence. So why is this such a superpower? Well, if you think about the theme of this conference, roots and branches, your story, everything that's happened to you from the minute you were born to this minute right here, and your values, those are your roots. But how you branch out into the world to go do amazing things, that has a lot to do with your voice. And I want to share with you today a way that you can find your confident voice. Now, I hear you. Right now, you could be sat there thinking, Spencer, I would rather put chili pepper in my eyes than stand up and give a talk in front of a group of people. Fear of public speaking is real. And fear is a sneaky animal. It whispers in our ears that we're not good enough, that it's going to go wrong, that people are going to laugh. But remember this, self-doubt and imposter syndrome have killed many more dreams than failure ever could. So today, I want to share with you just 3 simple ideas that are going to help you manage your fear, self-doubt, and imposter syndrome, and help you discover this superpower hiding inside of you. The first idea that I want to share with you is the idea of how we can take our fear and make it smaller so it sits in the corner. So more than 25 years ago, I sold everything that I owned, put on a backpack, jumped on a plane, and flew off to India. It was by far the bravest thing I'd ever done. And in the weeks leading up to that flight, my self-doubt and imposter syndrome started to go into overdrive. And the conversation in my head went a little bit like this. You, backpacking, what a joke. You've never done that before. You're going to get lost. You're going to get sick. You're going to be lonely. You're probably going to run out of money. You're never going to find a job when you come back home. I nearly didn't go because of conversations like that in my head. But luckily, I did, and I ended up traveling for more than 2 years all around the world. But 2 years later, I was thinking about doing something else really scary. And I suddenly said to myself, Spencer, if you've thought of all these horror stories, of all these bad things that you've dreamt up, you've kind of done the hard work already. To actually go and do the thing is actually going to be pretty easy. And this became my kind of mantra, that it's easier to do it than to actually worry about it. And it's also where I started to understand that we're all the same, because fear is not a flaw. Fear is just our biology. We all feel it. Fear is like this survival alarm clock that goes off in our head and says, this looks like something new, probably dangerous, probably a bit risky. I tell you what, let's leave that over there. We'll stay over here where it's nice and safe. So, the only way to overcome our fear is to do the thing that scares us. The more we do it, the easier it becomes. So start early, get the reps in, find as many opportunities as you can to speak. It's the best way that we can make our fear smaller so it sits in the corner. The second idea that I want to talk to you about is how we can take our nerves and turn it into excitement. So, back in 2014, I joined Prezi, the presentation software company. And before I knew it, part of my job became to go talk at conferences in front of large groups of people. And let's just take a minute here to appreciate the nightmare situation that I'd got myself into. Suddenly now, you've got to go talk in front of 200 people, which I've never done before, and you work for a presentation company, and you need to do a presentation about giving presentations. Talk about pressure not to mess that up. And for the longest time, you would find me 30 minutes or an hour before my talk, hiding somewhere in the toilet, in the cubicle, freaking out, how am I ever going to handle this? Now, luckily, somebody told me something that changed the game completely, and it's this. Fear and excitement feel exactly the same in our body. Now, I was lucky enough to work with some neuroscientists when I was at Prezi, and they taught me the difference between feelings and emotions, because they're two different things. Feelings, we only have a few of them, are fast, physical, and unconscious. Whereas feelings, we have lots of these, are our conscious brain or our cerebral cortex's way of interpreting what's happening in the body. 1 second. So, let's take fear, for example. What happens when we're scared? Dry mouth, heart beats faster, sweaty palms, adrenaline. And our brain looks at that and it puts a label on it, fear. But what about excitement? What happens when we're excited? Same thing, right? Heart beats faster, sweaty palms, adrenaline. It's just that this time, our brain looks at that and says, we're having a great time. Let's put a label on it, excitement. So the thing that we need to do is tell our brain to pick a better label. It's totally possible to do that. So the next time that you have to stand up and talk in front of a group of people, don't say, why am I nervous? But think, why am I excited? Maybe you believe in the message. Maybe you know it's going to help the other person. Maybe you just know that it's going to help you as the speaker. So instead of going internally, inside ourselves, like we always do, with you're not good enough, it's going to go wrong, people are going to laugh, project outwards to your audience. This message matters. It's important. It's one of the most powerful things we can do in the minutes, hours, and days leading up to when we give a talk. Remind ourselves why we're excited to do it. The third idea that I want to talk about is the idea of saying yes before we're ready. So I've said yes to many things in my life, big things. Backpacking trips, speaking events, moving countries more than once. Was I ever ready for any of those? Completely not. But I said yes anyway, before I was ready, and then I prepared like a badass. And here's the truth. We are never ready to do big, audacious things. If we try and wait until we're ready, we'll either overthink it and mess it up, or we'll just miss the moment completely. So the best thing that we can do is to say yes. Find the opportunities, say yes, before we're ready, and prepare like a badass. So go where the stakes are low. Start with small opportunities to speak. When I wanted to get better at speaking from stages, I didn't wait until I was ready. I opened up the Meetup app and started writing to organizers here in Amsterdam and said, hey, can I come talk to your group about storytelling? And some of them said yes. And so I would show up, and many times it was 3 people, a dog, and a pizza box on some cold, wet Wednesday in January. But you know what? Those tiny talks, they turned into bigger talks. Bigger rooms, bigger stages, bigger opportunities. Was I ready for those? Also not. But I said yes before I was ready, and then I prepared like a badass. So there we have it. 3 simple ideas that will help you manage your fear, self-doubt, and imposter syndrome, and unearth this superpower inside of you. Put fear in the corner. Remember, do the thing that scares you. The more we do it, the easier it becomes. Remember that fear and excitement feel the same in our body. So before we give a talk, remind ourselves, why are we excited to do this? And accept that we're never going to be 100% ready. So let's just say yes anyway and prepare like a badass. Do those 3 things, you'll be amazed at how far your voice can help you branch out into the future. Because public speaking is a true superpower. It can help you be discovered, get hired, get promoted. It can help you share your ideas. It can help you influence people and inspire people. It can help you stand up for what you believe in. So maybe this isn't my TEDx talk. Maybe it's yours. Maybe this is a moment that you decide to unearth this superpower inside you, to stop thinking and to start speaking, to start writing this powerful story of you. Because the world needs your voice. The world needs your stories, and the world needs your ideas. Remember, you don't need to be fearless to start. Just find an opportunity to speak and say yes. Thank you.